channel. In my previous video, I discussed about the various number formatting options. Hope you have watched that particular video. In today's video, we will be discussing about the various navigation shortcut tools that are there in the Excel. In this particular video, I'll be discussing about the four navigation tools, navigation shortcut tools that everyone has to know when you're using Excel. So I'll just request everyone to put the quality to higher picture quality so that you can clearly see my screen. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you can watch all the lecture without fail. So in this particular video, let us start with the navigation shortcut tools. Now to explain this particular navigation shortcut tools, I have taken a data. This is a random data. This data, what are the details that are there in this data means the data is regarding to the hostel student details. So in the academic year 2024-25, some of the students have been admitted into hostel. So that list I have taken in this particular worksheet. So I have data in which I have serial number column, student name, the class for which they have joined the hostel, their locality, their blood group, the previous year result, as well as whether they have paid the fees or not. This is the data I have used. Now this is a continuous data. What is this continuous data means? If you see that from row number 2 up to row number 22, in all the cells the data is there. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So until from row number 2 to row number 22. So that means from this row to this row there is continuous data, means all the cells has data, none of the cell is blank. That we call it as continuous data. So suppose here if I delete number 9, so now if you observe, the continuous data is from only row 3 to row 10, because after row 10 the 11th row is kept blank. So it will not become a continuous data. Only up to 10th row, so only this many rows will become continuous data. So this is continuous data. Why I am giving you information about continuous data means today's full lecture will be based upon this continuous data. So now I will be teaching you four different shortcuts. Okay. Now shortcut number 1 is to jump to the last cell of a continuous data. To jump to the last cell of the continuous data. Let me explain what does it do. Now my data starts from row 2, that is serial number, and where does my continuous data end? It ends in row 22. So now my cursor is in this serial number, but directly I need to jump my particular cell. So I need to move my cursor to my end cell, that is 22nd row, that is serial number 20. Now I need to jump. This is first cell and this is the last cell. Now I need to jump my cursor to that. So to do that, there is a shortcut key, that is control plus arrow keys. Control plus arrow keys. So there are four different arrows: arrow facing up, arrow facing down, arrow facing left side, and arrow facing right side. So now what happens? Just observe. Okay, carefully you need to observe my particular cell. Which cell I have selected? I have selected A2 cell. Now I am pressing the control key in my keyboard and pressing the down arrow mark. Just observe. As soon as I press down arrow mark, you can observe here my particular cell. It was which cell I had selected? Actually I had selected serial number cell, but it got jumped to the last cell, that is serial number 20. Now again, if I press control and right arrow, you can just observe here my cursor got moved from serial number 20 to paid column, because I used control right arrow button. So when I see here which is my last data column, it is paid column. So my cursor automatically came to this particular column. Next, when I use control up up arrow, the arrow facing up, you can see that my particular cursor moved to the fees paid column heading. Now if I use control left arrow, automatically my particular data, okay, my particular cursor came to this serial number column. So this is the shortcut key, that is control plus arrow. Now let us learn the second shortcut key, that is to select all the data in a continuous data. Now what does that formula does means, I need to select this much. So this is my continuous data. So I need to select this complete continuous data using one shortcut key. There are two methods. A traditional method is you hold the cursor and select it manually. But I don't want to select it manually because here only 20 rows are there. In some of my worksheets, there will be 1000 and 2000 data and I cannot keep dragging my data using cursor, isn't it? So that time I need to use a shortcut key. The shortcut key is control plus shift plus arrow. Now observe what will happen. Okay. Now I'm keeping my cursor somewhere here in bit center. I'm using control shift and down arrow. Control shift and down arrow. Just observe here, control shift and down arrow. You can see here I have placed this cursor on this Nagar Bhavi cell. Now I will use control shift and down arrow key. You can see that in the same column, whatever the continuous data was there, that complete data has been selected. Now let me check whether it will work for right arrow. Now I have selected cell containing data Bhumika. I am using control shift and right arrow mark key. So when I do that, you can see that from Bhumika till the end of continuous data, that is paid column, all my data has been selected. Now let me check. Now I will put my cell to Yamini column and now I will use control plus shift plus up arrow. So if you just check from Yamini till the end of my continuous data, that is student name, all the cells have been selected. So this is my formula which I need to use. Next, I will teach you the third formula, that is, to select entire continuous data. Means this whole table complete. See, now I have selected manually this complete table. If I have to select using a shortcut key, what is that shortcut key? It is very simple. It is control plus A. Control plus A. That is a shortcut key. Now place your cell anywhere. Now I am placed in this 84%. I will use control plus A. You can observe that my complete data, my complete range, data range is been selected. You can place your cell wherever you want. Now I will place at Bhumika. I will press Ctrl A. See, whole of my data range gets selected. Now imagine after this paid column, I have typed the letter called as admission. I have typed a data, admission cancelled. Now even this particular column also will get selected because it also became a part of this continuous data of 8th row. Now let me place my cell in Vijayanagar and press Ctrl A. You can see that even that column got selected. Now if I delete that, now let me try. See, that column went off. Only the column which has continuous data, those columns and rows have been selected. This is the formula shortcut key to select the entire continuous data. Now you have one more key, that is to go to the next sheet or previous sheet. This is nothing but page up and page down. So I will tell you what is this. Now here in this particular workbook, I have two sheets. One sheet I have given the name, that is number formatting. Second sheet I have given it as navigating shortcut. Now let me assume I have 5 different sheets. Now I am in number formatting sheet. I need to change my sheet. So what I can do is I'll use the control button and press page up. So page up is used to go back and page down is used to go front. Now I will use control plus page down. See, automatically my sheets gets changed. Again when I press, my sheet got changed. Now if I have to go back, if I want to select the previous sheet, I will press control plus page up. See, my sheet goes backward. So this is the navigation key to change the sheet. So this was the 4 shortcut keys you should know, because when you are working with a larger data on the Excel, these are the 4 shortcut keys that you should always remember. So if you tend to forget it easily, then please write these formulas in a book, write these shortcut keys in a book so that you can remember it for a longer duration. Hope you have got very useful insights from this video. Please let us know your feedback in the comment box. Thank you for watching the video. I'll meet you shortly in the next video.